Today's sponsor is DIY Mississippi Filmworks. Check them out on YouTube. Welcome into Around the Indies and welcome back, Ultimo Gallos. You're making your return to the new episode of Around the Indies here.
Well, it's around these. I got to be on here. I mean, come on. I was on what 90% of the old episodes.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, we went through.
You know why though?
What?
You know why? Because I'm the heel mark Lucha Libre Central American Heavyweight Champion of the world. Still 4,000 days, never been defeated.
Are you still talking that trash this long?
That belt is right next to me right now, right next to my can of Coke. Because Koloff hooked me up with my Coke finally. We good.
Well, we're going to jump into some stuff here today. Nick Hunter was unable to be here this week, so Ultimo Gallows is filling in. And we're going to kick it off. But I told y'all that I had a clip from a Bangladesh wrestling match that a fan sent me. And I've been waiting to show this video, so let's just take it to the video. And I'm telling you, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. But go ahead, let's take it there. I mean, this is out in the middle of nowhere, Ultimo Gallows, and a 1, 2, 3 on a porch. It looks like, but heck, had a heck of a crowd in Bangladesh.
You know what? That looked like the porch I'm on right now, dude. They had a great crowd. Looked like the porch I'm on right now here on Hurricane Rana Lake. That was great, man. Who sent that in? Which amazing fan sent that in?
Michael O'Mary, I think is I've seen Michael. I hadn't seen him in a long time. He used to go to a lot of the SWA shows. I have not seen Michael in a while, but he's one that sent that in. We got some other clips in. We got some. Actually, I was just going to say this. We got some clips from all over. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do this. I want to say this. This is from Sam at 318 Wrestling. He put this together, and this is the promo that me and Vladimir Koloff cut during the our opening segment there last night at Crusade Pro. So let's check it out real quick.
Instruction, Vladimir Koloff. My question is, why are we here if you don't have an opponent for us? Or do we have to make an opponent for ourselves? What do you say, Great One?
Let's go! Don't move. You can't spell move. It's you. Why are you?
Well, Vladimir, a little bit of respect before I say what I have to say.
We don't want to hear you.
Shut your mouth.
Make it. Need more.
So let's just lay it out there. Gio Savage is too afraid to wrestle Vladimir Koloff. So what we will do tonight is if there's any little redneck, any little simpleton, any little athlete that wants to come on out and wrestle me tonight in the main event of this show, then I will issue an open challenge.
As we come back right now, that was the opening of Crusade Pro. They had their debut show last night, Poplarville, Mississippi. Fun night. What was your thoughts before we get to showing some more clips? What was your thoughts? Give us kind of an overall view of Crusade Pro since you were there last night as well.
It was like, you never know going into a debut show for a new Fed. You never know what you're going to see. And I had a blast. It was so much fun. I mean, think about it. We got 5 good matches. You know, you get to see you do what I'm dubbing the butthole shuffle, the little dance you do.
Yeah. I saw your little comment on that.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know, it's like the curly shuffle. It's a new version. You know, got to see Koloff. It was fun. Great venue. Amazing venue, nice and clean, easy parking, good affordable snacks. And I love seeing a good chunk of that crowd was over there buying snacks. I didn't see but maybe 1 or 2 people trying to sneak their own food. And it's like, come on now, go buy some snacks from the troops, right?
Yeah, support, independent wrestling, support the troops. support everything. It was a good show last night. Had a lot of talent, and you know me, and you would go back to
Mm-hmm.
around the Indies on here, and we've seen a lot of talent all over the world, and a lot of these guys last night that came in, there were some from Chicago, Illinois, Louisiana, Florida, all over the place. I had
Yeah,
not seen some of these people, and I think it was what was his name, Kid Lat and Adonis.
Kid Lat, Adonis Allen. You had not seen? Okay, I met them last year. It's like late October. They did a show at school in northern Mississippi, and them guys are entertaining.
Yeah,
They got some
they were.
speed, and Kid Lat, the crowd was behind him. You heard the crowd just chanting for him. And they were fighting over who was going to do the dishes. That was the best thing. The loser had to do the dishes.
Well, let's check a clip out from that match last night. This is Kid Lat and Adonis Allen, you said?
Adonis Allen.
All right, let's check it out.
We're not doing this shit in this house, sorry. Come on, kid.
Yeah, what a good little clip that was. I'm gonna have to fix these clips real quick, but other than that, hey, I can tell you, man, they're two young kids. They're out of Chicago. They had a long drive,
They said
and
12 hours. 12
well,
hours. That's dedication.
that really is. El Cachi and Aries. Mm, Uh, Aries, another one out of state. El Cachi too. What was your thoughts on this before we show the clip?
Good match. Aries is another one I saw last year at the Ego Show. El Chachi has been popping up on the coast a lot. I know you ain't making the coast as much as you used to. You're getting back down there, but dude, he is entertaining that entrance. Did you see the entrance with the aliens?
I did not.
He had 3 green aliens come out with him with glow sticks and they started throwing them at the crowd. It's like, what in the world? I thought it was like some close encounters with the third time crap going on here. And then Aries comes out with a sword. They get on to Lucy Blade for having a knife at ringside. You know, the ref's getting on to her. This dude's got a damn sword. It ain't like his name's Aries Sword.
Sword. I'm gonna have to check this out. I'm gonna have to go back and watch some clips of this. And you can do that at DIY Mississippi Filmworks, correct?
Yes, sir. Every match is in full besides the first one because I had a little camera issue. So, like, I missed the first couple minutes of it. Sorry, guys.
Well, I mean, you look
But
at
the full match is
DIY.
up at 318,
Yeah,
right? I'm assuming
yeah.
318 got every match. The
318's
full
got the
match is up there.
matches
So,
up. DIY's got them up. You can catch out great quality entertainment on both. 318 Wrestling uh, has got a hard cam version of it.
yep.
DIY Mississippi Filmworks has got a Roman. Go check out both. And
You know
speaking of the
idea why
channel,
Mississippi Film Works has Roman? We
uh,
can't stay still. We can't
well, we
stay still.
know.
You know
Well,
how
we
hyper
know.
we are.
Yeah, we know that with you. Uh, but yeah, just go check it out, no doubt. But also, here's the deal. At DIY Mississippi Filmworks, you're also, I mean, you hit 50,000 views on a video the other day. What video was that? Kind of tell the people about it, and I'm going to show them a clip from the alien, well,
Okay.
the alien man and whatnot. Go ahead and tell them.
Okay. What it is I got a hold of, thanks, I'm going to name the guy here. Thanks to Mr. Brian Altman. You know the Altmans. He
Oh
hooked me
yeah,
up with what it
very
is
very good friends of
World
the
Organization.
podcast.
Oh, amazing people. Man, I love seeing them at every show they're at. He hooked me up with what's called World Organization Wrestling. This was a Florida-based fair from 87 to 88. Ran like Florida, Mobile, Pascagoula, like the Gulf Coast area. You had names like Yokozuna before he went to WWF. You had Bob Hardcore Holly. In this promo, you have kind of unknown guy. Jim Cornette mentions him. His name is Tom Boogaloo Shaft. And he cuts this promo that, man, so many people stole from this promo. You see it. How many people at Dusty Rhodes stole from this? So many people stole from this promo.
Yeah,
And 50,000 views. 50. I put it up in like the first couple of days, 100 views. I'm like, okay, that's about average. I'm cool with that. And then all of a sudden it started blowing up. And next thing you know, the whole channel blew up. It's staggering.
and you still got old videos from way back in the day too, right? On there.
I got stuff all the way back. I think the earliest thing uploaded on there is probably from like 2012 because that's when we started filming. So it's been 13 years now. There's 13 years worth of stuff on there. There's over 1,000 matches, I think.
Go check it out. Go check it out. All right, this is the alien guy in Aries with the sword. So let's check out this clip. Yeah, I tell you, interesting night last night at at Crusade Pro, being their debut show, and they had Koloff, they had, Nightmare Jeremiah, Hunter
Yep,
Hendricks,
yep.
Steve O'Malley, and let's check out a clip though of one of the fans that Koloff and me made a sign for, and was walking around. We're gonna take a look at this. This is Miss Ginger Griffin. She is a fan who loves Koloff, and is gonna celebrate him. Look at this. Look at this. We got it. Look, I gave her the sign to. Just absolutely. It was absolutely great. It was absolutely great.
Well, I did see a picture out there floating around holding up a sign that says she's the #1 Koloff fan.
She is the #1 Koloff fan. She is actually the president of his fan club. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, I didn't, I told her, I said, now look, I said, just because you're the president of the fan club does not mean you get to talk to him directly. You have to go through me. I am the manager. I am his agent. You talk to me first. Because honestly, she scares me a little bit.
Dude, she gets a little out there. Yeah, Miss Ginger gets a little out there, and she's entertaining. Though I'll give her that. She is entertaining. Here's the
Yes,
thing. I got to give her this. We're talking about the guys traveling from Chicago. This lady travels 5-6 hours sometimes for shows. She comes from North Louisiana down to the coast for shows.
oh yes, she really does, and that's it's awesome that she was able to come down and check out the debut of Crusade Pro. I also got another one set up. I'm high on this kid, the prodigy, Hunter Hendricks. I think he's got a lot of
Ooh,
potential. He's going to be coming up. He was taking on a very uh, 20-plus year vet last night in Steve O'Malley, and we've both seen Steve O'Malley for many, many years all over
yes, sir.
Mississippi. And
You know why I like Hunter though?
what's that?
Because he's the baddest of them all.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it down pat. He's killing it. If you hear my cat screaming in the background, hold on just a sec.
I was wondering what that was.
I gotta let her out.
Turner, handle your pussy. Handle your pussy, Turner.
I'm trying. She's got babies. So the problem is they're
Oh,
trying to go
okay.
out of the box. She's wanting to be out of the kennel, and it's just causing so much friction. But anyway, let's check out this clip with Hunter Hendricks and Steve O'Malley and just show you the potential that Hunter Hendricks has. A lot of these clips are courtesy of DIY Mississippi Filmworks and 318 Wrestling, and today's sponsor, none other than DIY Mississippi Filmworks, and also another sponsor we have, Old Glory. Go to oldglory.com. They got 300,000. You know, gosh, I messed up that, but they got over 300,000 like old retro bands, like sports teams. Yeah, they do. Go to Old Glory. Yeah, go to oldglory.com. Use the promo code ATI Wrestling, 15% off, and you know, just check it out. I mean, they got a lot of good stuff. They got like old bands. Like I know you're into music. You and my wife are really into music. They got like
Oh, yeah.
old retro band stuff. Some of y'all's
Well, you
favorite
noticed what
bands.
I showed up in last night. I was in my mask and a retro band shirt. That's probably older than you almost.
Probably. I
I
mean,
know it's older
my
than Hunter
wife's
Hendricks.
always wearing a band shirt. I can't even remember what shirt she was wearing last night.
I want to say it was Nirvana, but it might have been the Ramones.
It was either Nirvana or AC/DC. Because she had one of the
ACDC.
Ramones
It
in
was
the lineup.
ACDC. It was
Yeah,
ACD. You're right. It was ACDC. Okay. I know she's got a couple of Ramones shirts. I'm like, hey, fellow fan.
she
Yeah, you
does.
just don't have good taste in music, sir.
Yeah, I just don't have taste in music, period, unless it's, I guess, wrestling entrance themes.
Well, I've seen your Bay City Rollers fan club shirt. You get that NSYNC fan club shirt. You just don't have good taste.
Yeah, I just don't. You're right. But I can tell you somebody that does have good taste, and it was a good match last night. Let's check out this clip from Nightmare and Jay Smiles. Now, Nightmare and Jay Smiles had a heck of
Oh,
a match last night. We both have been around Nightmare for me. I know I've been around him for close to 10 years. I know you've been around him a
I'll
lot
say I
longer.
got a decade or more longer. Yeah, it's been. I can't tell you how long it's been.
I think it's been right around 10 for me, being
Yeah.
around him and watching him. Now let's check out this clip because he's destructive. So here's the clip. Just throws Jason into the chairs. The chairs slide by. I mean, can Nightmare have
And
a
that,
match without having to use chairs?
well, here's the thing. I was talking about this with somebody the other night. You know, kind of like in WCW had Ravens rules matches.
Yeah,
Pretty much, if Nightmare shows up, it's a no DQ, fight anywhere, falls count anywhere, do whatever the hell you want to do to win match.
it really is. Well, up next, we're going to have one more clip for you. This is Vladimir Koloff's clip, and then we're going to close out talking about Crusade Pro, which was a great opening show. We'll go through it on the overall deal, but Koloff ended up issuing opening challenge because Geo Savage was too scared to show up and take on Koloff last night in Popular. So
Gio's not too scared. Gio had a vehicular emergency, and what it was is Gio got up and went out to his truck, and all the tires are slashed with a sickle and a hammer. So who do you think did that? All 4 tires and the spare.
I don't.
And guess what he found in the front seat? A bottle of Road Game with an ugly jacket.
I mean, I had to have been you or something, but anyway, he issued an open challenge, and 3 people came out, and they wanted to accept it, so it turned into a fatal 4-way, which Koloff ended up winning and earning a spot in the 4-man tournament for the Crusade Pro Heavyweight Championship, which will be happening. I'm thinking May or sometimes when this is going to go down, or June. I can't remember when he said. But
I think May or July. I can't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them. But here's the clip. Let's check it out. Oh, wasn't it? Look at that. I picked the wrong clip again. Look, I'm on one tonight here on the Around the Indies podcast. Let me check and see, where is it at? There it is.
It's one ever bird forever, baby.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say this. I don't even have the clip. I don't have it, so we'll have to go check it out at DIY Mississippi Filmworks and 318 Wrestling. Both of them have the matches up, but Carl did it. Before we move on to anything else, go ahead and tell me your thoughts overall with Crusade Pro. What the future holds. What you think the future is looking like with Crusade?
I think we got another good quality top tier fed here in Mississippi is going to put on good family friendly shows that you're not going to be stuck there to midnight watching somebody cut a 20-minute promo.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and I enjoyed the show last night. I mean, every match was fun, entertaining, good promos. I mean, the only bad part of last night was a couple of times I was getting blinded because the lights above were shining off this humongous bald spot on the back of your head.
Why did I invite you to come fill in for Nick Hunter tonight?
Because I'm ratings. Because I'm ratings, you know that.
You can't even spell ratings, and you're sitting here talking about it.
RATINGS.
No, ratings are spelled BRANDON. That's how ratings are spelled.
That's how turds spell.
Is that what it is? Well, we're going to take just a second. We're going to thank another sponsor, and then we're going to come right back here and we're going to talk about some other stuff. So, up now, Strong Coffee Company. Go to strongcoffeecompany.com. Use the promo code ATI Wrestling. Receive 20% off any product. I'm telling you, that Cinnamon Toast Crunch coffee is the bomb. It's been sold out. I think they've got some back in stock. Go check it out. I'm telling you, this is protein coffee at its best. It's strong coffee. It will help with energy and keeping you awake and getting you awake in the mornings. It tastes good. I mix mine with milk. And a lot of people have tried it with water. And they're like, man, the aftertaste was just kind of hard. I'm like, yeah, do it with milk. I do it with 2% milk.
Okay.
It tastes just like when you ate Cinnamon Toast Crunch and you had it in the bowl, you finished the milk off, drank the milk out of the bowl. That is what the Cinnamon Toast Crunch at Strong Coffee tastes like. They also got Snickerdoodle and other flavors, and then they got the regular black. But you can get the latte or you can get the regular black coffee. I'm telling you right now, I'd check out that Cinnamon Toast Crunch when that one.
That sounds good, man. That sounds really good. You know me, I'm not a coffee guy, but I love me some cinnamon toast. So.
Well, and see, the thing is healthy coffee too. It's like,
True.
If you're on like protein shakes and you're trying to bulk up stuff, this will help with that as well. This will be
I need that, man.
just what you need.
You
It's what
saw it.
you
I'm
need.
losing the weight. I'm trying to bulk up. That'll help.
It will. It will exactly help. Now that we're back, where have you been? Like I have not seen you nowhere. Like where you been at?
Well, it's been 2 years. First, what happened is I had to go back down to Saltillo for a bit. My great aunt Dolores got sick, so I'm back down on Hurricane Ronald Lake. And while I was gone, this wormy bastard got a hold of my bootleg green card. So, like, I got to get an actual green card to come back into the country. I had to sneak in last night.
What?
Yeah, I had
So
to
is that
sneak
why
in.
you couldn't do
Stole my damn
videos?
boot. I'm in Saltillo. We barely have dial-up.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I can't do video. I know, man. It sucks. I can do video if I can get back across the damn border.
Man, we're gonna check it
You know
out.
what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing? I'm boycotting tequila now. You know why I'm boycotting tequila?
Why?
It's got a worm in it.
It's got a worm in it. Let me. We want to talk about worms, don't we? We want to bring some worms up. I want to ask a question. Like,
Sure.
some people on the independent scene
Mhm.
think that their stuff is better than what it is. Okay.
Mhm.
And then they want to make comments about stuff. And this is another reason I'm glad you come on. Because I've always been gracious and happy to be a part of the business in the
Yes,
way that
sir.
I am.
Same here.
I have
Same here.
I have been a fan. I've trained and
Hmm.
I've been a wrestler or wrestled. I'm not gonna say I was a wrestler. Managed
You've had
and
matches. You've had matches.
I've had matches and I've owned a company.
Hmm.
And I've never thought that. I mean, we all got egos in wrestling. I mean, that's
Oh
if
yeah.
you ain't got an ego, you're not trying. Uh,
Exactly.
but the thing is like, I saw a post from an independent wrestling company. I'm not gonna say what it was. And now
Hmm.
look who's up here. This is Hocus. I mean,
Hocus.
oh my goodness. She just jumps up in my lap. Now she's up on the thing, so we're gonna have to. I'm gonna try to get her down. But anyway, the thing is, I saw where they said bootleg footage,
Hmm.
and and I could tell that mm, it was my boy. It was my boy Ultimo Gallos. This footage. Let me
Yeah.
just. I just want to spit this out there real quick. Okay,
Okay.
we're an independent wrestling. We're not
Hmm.
WWE. We're not AEW, which I want to talk about that. We don't really talk about it much on here, but I want to pass something by you. But anyway,
Hmm.
uh, you don't care. Like if your footage gets out there,
I'm
you
happy.
want yeah. Well, the thing is, you want people to push your product. You want to get noticed. Ain't nobody noticing your stuff. Just you do it.
Exactly.
It has to be.
Exactly.
It has to be out there on a broad spectrum with different people who have different friends. Okay, your product is nothing special to the point to where people are craving to see it, and I can tell you they're not. They're not. Okay, it's independent wrestling, and
Yeah.
it's just
And it's smaller town independent wrestling at that. So you're like,
right.
okay, if you get seen outside your general like 1 hour drive area, you're doing good. And you know, that's my thing. I want this to be archived for more people to get more eyes on it and people outside the area to see it. And I've never, ever have I ever said I was official for anything.
Well, I mean, you don't have to say. Here's the thing, like, all right, so me and you, we go way back
Hmm.
to the first podcast, King Wrestling Podcast. But when I owned AWA, did I
Hmm.
ever tell you I didn't care if you or I didn't want you uploading your footage? I said this
Nope.
too. Now if it came to it, like if we had a big match like Hammerstone, Koloff,
Yep.
whatever, I would come up to you and I would
Sit
say,
on it.
hey, Ultimo, uh, can you wait just a week or two before you post
Yep.
anything? I want to try to get it out there, and
Yeah.
and you'd be like, yeah, man, no problem.
Ain't no problem.
The- I don't care where
I've
my
had,
stuff is. As long as
right.
people are watching it, they recognize it, they're going to come follow. the product.
Well,
And
well, exactly. I'm gonna throw this out there because you'll know who I'm talking about. The not the current guy running Gulf Coast Wrestling, but the one before him.
yeah,
When I first started going there, the deal we had was Nightmare Jeremiah's match could go up the next day. Everything else, I had to wait till their version was up to put up. I'm like, I have no issue with that. All you gotta do is tell me. I have no issue with it.
well, here's the issue that I have with this whole situation and being bootlegged. All right, you
Mm-hmm.
got a keyboard warrior, pussy. We'll go ahead and say it out there who's not going to confront you because I've heard some things he said about some people, but he wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
say it to their face because he don't have the balls to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you talk about a 20-year vet that's a good friend of ours.
You want to get me riled? You want to get me riled up right now, ain't you? You want me to
Yeah,
really just
I
go to
really
fuck
do
off?
because here's the thing. I've been wanting to get this out there. Okay,
Okay.
uh, first off, the guy that I'm talking about, I'm not going to mention his name, not going to give him publicity. If he wants to come on the show, he's more than welcome to come on here and defend himself, and we can talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you that option. But what I want to say is this: you don't deserve to be in wrestling at all. You deserve to buy a front row seat,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe not even that, maybe second row. But you do not deserve to be in wrestling.
You got to stand by the glass door and peer in through the window.
Because the thing is, you don't respect this business. You've done nothing but shit on this business. You play victim around this business with
Mm-hmm.
people in it. But when you call somebody that I call a friend unprofessional and that
Bootleg.
uh what's it and bootleg, but I'm not talking about you at this point. But the
Okay, sorry.
bootleg part two, but I'm talking about an unprofessional,
Oh, unsafe.
untrustworthy, unsafe guy
Gonna
who
shoot
I've
on
been
somebody.
around. Yeah, wants to shoot on somebody. I've been around, like I said, almost a decade.
Mm-hmm.
I have booked him for shows. I have been in the ring with him.
Mm-hmm. I just watched it the other night.
Yeah, everybody does. That's funny, but I'll just say this about that man, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I've been around him for 10 years. He's been nothing but gracious to me
Mm-hmm.
and anybody else he's been around. He is the most
Exactly.
professional guy that you could ask for. I've never had
Exactly.
him. He's never canceled a booking. He has not hurt anybody in the ring or shot on anybody, if you want to say those terms. And
Nope.
Hocus is back up on the Hocus. You have got to get down, baby girl, because you know this. But anyway, she's saying, "Don't talk about a worm. Don't talk about a worm." But anyway, uh,
Damn you.
and she's sitting up here. I'm having to pet her. But anyway, the thing is the fact that he's. Anytime I've ever asked the man if he was on one of my shows, he never had a problem. Now did he throw ideas at me? Yeah. Most of the time,
Of
those
course.
ideas were about 90% were great.
Dude,
95, 96%. I'd even go almost 100% on it. Being great.
you got a
He
great
always
mind
had
for the business.
he
Amazing mind for
does.
the business.
He's got a very smart mind for the business. So when you disrespect him, and you've worked for every company you can think of, but never lasted
Mm-hmm.
long at any of
Nope.
them, and most of them you've been kicked out of. And I just still don't understand how you're finding work. And at one point, uh, you know, everybody's liked you. You know,
That's what gets to me because I've been one of the last ones to be like, okay, yeah, he's not that bad. And then this happens. I'm like, you know what? I should have listened, but I want to see the good in people. So,
yeah. I try to too, man. Look, I'm not a confrontational person. Like, unless you just push it to the point, like I said, Hocus, your tail is all up in the camera here. You're all up in the camera. Uh, I'm
oh,
telling you,
buddy.
baby girl, you got to get down. But anyway, here's my thing. Like, I respect anybody that's put their time and work in this business.
Hmm.
But you have to bring value to the company that you're working for
And not damage.
and not damage. I've been given all kinds of shit to work with. I mean, you've seen the stuff
Hmm.
that I've been given,
Yeah.
and
I watched you take something that was like, I'm not going to bother watching, to something where I want to be there every show.
that's the way it is. You're given an opportunity. The boss wants you to do this, you do it. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm asked to do this. I'm asked to do it to the best of my ability, and that's what I try to do. I don't bitch.
Exactly.
I don't moan. I just
You
do
don't
what
half ass.
nope, I don't half-ass it. I mean, even if my heart's not into the whole thing, which I'm not gonna lie, most of the stuff that I've done, my heart's been in. But
Hmm.
like, if my heart's not in, I'm still gonna give my all. I want it to be believable to the people. But some people,
Exactly.
and that's another thing with him is like I
Hmm.
watched a match that he had, and he's trying to be a badass, and he'll never be a badass. Uh,
Here's the sad thing. I look more badass than him, and I'm double his age.
I look more badass than him, and I'm a pussy.
You do, man. I didn't want to say that, but yeah, you do look more badass. Damn it, you
My
made me
thing
praise
is,
you.
I
What
go
the
out there
hell?
to entertain. I'm not going out there
You
to
do.
stroke. Yeah, but I'm not going out there to stroke my ego, man. I'm not going out there. I don't have to look like I'm a badass because that's not what the fans want to see. The fans could give two shits. And I'm pulling the curtain back a little bit. People don't care to see me out there whooping somebody's ass because they
They
know
want to
I
see you
can't
get your
whoop
ass
nobody's
whooped.
ass. I mean, look at me.
Yeah. Well, talking about the nightmare thing earlier and the rumble, that was awesome. When he picked you up and started beating the hell out of you, that entire gymnasium exploded. Because that's what they want to see. They want to see you get your ass whipped, and you know that, so that's what you give them.
Yeah, I mean, I go out there and I do what Hocus, you're messing my mic up. You're all up in the camera. Your butt's all up in the camera, baby. You got to get now. I'm gonna
Hocus is
let
the
you out.
focus.
Look, hey, you know what? Give me just 1 second. Uh,
Okay.
I
You want me
let me
to
see.
you want me to entertain the folks?
Well, no, I'm knocking for my assistant to bring me something.
Okay.
But but anyway, my thing is this, dude. I'm giving you an open invitation to come on this show to defend yourself. We can talk. We'll talk man to man. Now, I'm gonna ask some hard questions. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
sugarcoat anything, and we'll go over whatever. And if you think that you're a victim in this wrestling company, the wrestling business owes you nothing. That's the problem with a lot of
Exactly.
people in the wrestling business. They think they're entitled. They think that wrestling owes them something. Wrestling don't owe you nothing.
Exactly.
You have to work for everything you earn in this business. And this cat is all up in this camera.
Well, think about this, sir. How many times after a show we're getting in that car and we stink because we're sweaty from busting ass before and after the show?
I mean, I have been at shows where, you know, like I'll for example, me and my wife drove from my house to a place called Fountain. The cat is all up in the camera. I'm just letting the cat
Fountain
know
Hill,
that.
that is a drive for you, sir. Wow.
Yes, it was. And here's the crazy thing about it is like I'm going from what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going from Hocus. Golly, this cat's off. I'm going from there to there, and it's during a snowstorm. Like,
Oh, yeah,
all right,
that was the show you went to? Oh, crap.
did you ever see the video of that? I wish I could find that video. I, people that are watching
Come
this,
on.
I'm sorry, my cat is all up in the camera, but that's the only way I can keep her from, I guess pain. But anyway, she's enjoying herself. But so Fountain Hill, we went to the show. I was actually refing the show,
Yep. Did
and
you keep your shirt on?
uh, yeah, I kept my shirt on. Hold on, just a second. Now, look at this. Look at this real quick. She has been all up in the camera the whole time. All right. So yeah,
Uh,
All right, so you got to get. I got my now Enzo's up in here, my dog. Man,
Enzo!
this has been a fun episode, has it not? All my animals have showed up and showed out.
Well,
But
Enzo
anyway,
was like the last noise you heard on the whole podcast. Every episode, it was him barking. Remember?
yep, it was, and But let me get back to this real quick. We'll talk
Yeah,
because
sorry.
me and you
Fountain
are
Hill.
opening up. Me and you and open up in a kennel. We'll pass here on the debut of the Around the Indies actual Around the Indies episode because it was Sunday Aftermath. We've moved it to Monday, and I'm just going to call it Around the Indies. And then you get interviews on
That works.
Tuesdays and Fridays. You get a weekend preview on Wednesdays. But anyway, and here's to
Oh, and by the way, the interviews have been fun, sir. I've watched a pile of them. They've been very entertaining. Super Dave, Red Shoes, Ryan Razors, Lucy Blade, Monty Warbucks, all of them worth your time.
And we got Barry Wolf coming up tomorrow. Barry Wolf
Ooh.
is going to be unbelievable. Tuesday, 9 a.m. I'm moving all the times, too. I was just going to let you know that. All the times are moved to 9 a.m. for all episodes, including this one. This one will be out on Mondays on Facebook and on YouTube at 9 a.m. But anyway, we've had a hell of an episode. I'm just going to be honest with you with my cats and everything. But anyway, back to the subject at hand.
Fountain Hill Snow.
Yeah. You just got to respect the business. The business don't owe you nothing. And you want to talk about opportunities and stuff. You were given so many opportunities. And you fumbled them up because you think that you deserve something.
Because he's an asshat.
Yeah. Asshat. That's right. Asshat Podcast. Check out one on YouTube. But anyway,
I wouldn't even try for a plug there, but thank you.
But here's the thing. Wrestling owes you nothing. You get out what you put in.
Exactly.
And I don't know.
It's like life. Life owes you nothing. You get out what you put in.
Right. But here's another thing, too. Who in their right minds would make you a booker at a wrestling show?
Well, see, that's the proper term there because you said right mind.
Match.
Well, you use the right term, right mind. Somebody not in their right mind would do that.
And I don't know if Nightmare wants me to say this out here on the podcast. I'm going to say it anyway. I don't know if Nightmare even watches the podcast, so
I have no idea. Does Blackwater have internet?
I don't even
like Blackwater, Mississippi. I don't know.
No,
I'm not exactly sure where it is.
But he made a post that said you need to keep your staff in check, and he was talking about a certain person. Is the person we're talking about? Now, Nightmare's been up and down the road for 20 plus years, and he's paid his dues. He has had some great matches, great opportunities. He's built a name for himself. He is what puts asses in seats in your building. Your champion does not. Nobody even knows who your champion is. But you're going to piss off a person that puts asses in your seats.
And one of the nicest people you ever fucking meet.
You ain't lying. Is the nicest person. He will give you the shirt off his back. I know he probably don't want to say that, but I'm just saying it. 20 plus years. And you shitting on him about calling him unsafe, unprofessional, untrustworthy. When you have booked him in squash matches that mean nothing. That absolutely mean give him an opponent. You put him
He's grinding down. Why waste when he's got 20 maybe matches left? I'll waste him on some bullshit.
Exactly. Because that like I said, now I'm peeling the curtain back a little more. He don't mind helping. He don't mind going out there and working with young talent.
He loves it, actually.
He does. But give him something to work with.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about Murdo Brown. I love Murdo Brown to death. We're not talking about Murdo.
Murdo's the showman, baby. But, I love Murdo. And Murdo's
that
coming
clothesline.
up soon on
that clothesline on Murdo was amazing. Oh, did you have Murdo on?
Yeah, Murdo will be on. What is it? Either next Tuesday or Friday. So,
Cool. I'll have to watch that one. I love Murdo. If you
but
just get away from the other guys and go good, you know.
yeah, but I definitely do want to invite this guy onto the podcast so he can come on and defend
Mm-hmm.
himself. I'm being dead honest. Uh, there's no malice in this. Okay, there's no malice in bringing you on. I'm bringing you on because first off,
Tell your side.
tell your side. If if I feel that your side, what you're saying is bullshit, I will call it out. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got the balls, just pack them up and come on the show and uh, and do it because what you mess with one of the persons I hold dear,
Mm-hmm.
and when I found out he was called unsafe and all that, it just I mean I'm sorry I've been on a rant for this for what 10 minutes or so, but my thing is this: it made me so mad because you couldn't be more wrong. See,
Ex- exactly. I would. Okay, I'm not trained. I'm not ring trained at all. I would trust getting in the ring and having a match with Nightmare Jeremiah because I know I'm not going to be permanently hurt. I'm not going to even be bruised up, but he's going to make it look amazing.
he could make my dead grandma look good.
He could have a good match with Enzo.
Yeah, well, Enzo's trained.
Who trained Enzo?
I did,
I don't
but
count, man. Who trained you? Downtown Bruno?
yeah. But what I'm saying is like this: like he could make just about anything look good because that's just how he is. All right, he may do damage to himself,
Oh,
but he's
God,
going to
yeah.
protect his opponent.
You saw World War III.
Yeah,
That was, I mean, that's one of those where I'm going, man, how are we going to get home?
but I mean, he does it, man. He just it's always and
He is a
I've
he's
learned
a
over
force
the
of nature.
years. Yeah, he is. He's a force of nature, but I've learned over the years too, not just with Nightmare, but another character by the name of Vordell Walker,
Woo.
uh, who me and Barry will talk about tomorrow on the podcast. But Vordell,
Oh,
man,
I can't wait.
I've been in places where you're said don't don't go into the crowd, don't do this, don't do that, and you're like everybody listens except for Nightmare and Vordell, baby. They're out in the middle of the crowd. Just
Fighting
don't
him,
mention
leaving
it.
bloody handprints on the wall.
If you don't want them in the crowd, just don't mention it. But if you
Yeah,
mention it,
yeah.
it puts it in the head, it puts it in the works. But no, we talk about Vordell
Oh,
and we talk about Nightmare. Vordell, another one of those guys. I wouldn't want to cross him in a dark alley, but I'm just saying this.
no.
He's very talented, one of the nicest guys I've been around as well. And
Exactly. I've been Bordeaux for as long as you have, maybe a tiny bit longer. And one of those guys where I love seeing him. I don't want
mhm.
to piss him off.
No, you don't want to piss him off, but I mean, he's one of those guys where it's not easy to piss him off.
No,
It
it's
takes a
not. No,
lot to
it's not.
piss him
I've seen him
off.
mad once.
No, I've seen him mad at least
You know what?
twice, but
You
I
know which
know
one I'm
one
talking
of them.
about.
I was involved in one of them.
That's the one I'm talking about.
I believe that was the night that Steve Anthony took my head off, and I
Yes,
blinded
sir.
half the crowd with my white skin. So yeah,
Yes, sir. Casper the Ghost.
yeah. But you look at it, and that was one of my great accomplishments in wrestling
Oh, that
was
was amazing.
Steve Anthony taking my head off. Man, I was just like, I watched this
That's an
guy.
honor and a privilege.
It really is, but I watched this guy just tear heads apart like Roderick Strong and him had. I still go back and watch that match today. The
And I don't
NWA
like
Junior
Rod Strong,
Heavyweight
but I go back and
Championship.
watch that. Yeah, I don't like Rod Strong, but I'll go back and watch that match. That match is amazing.
Well, I've always thought Roderick Strong just had the ability. He was great in the ring. He was just, And then him and Steve Anthony had that, and it was just like damn magic, man. It was
Mm-hmm.
something you just can't take away. Like Steve Anthony, to me, Bordell Walker, those guys, I'll go ahead and put it out there. I made a top 10 list a few years ago, anonymously. I
Mm-hmm.
think you've seen it. And
I did.
a lot of people was wondering why I didn't put Bordell or Steve Anthony on. It wasn't that I wasn't trying to put Bordell or Steve Anthony. Bordell and Steve Anthony are on no level. They're Hall of
Mm-hmm.
Fames. All right.
Mm-hmm.
When I did that top 10 list anonymously, it was for the currently active talent that goes out every weekend that's trying to get noticed. Bordell
Right.
and Steve Anthony are not trying to get. Get noticed. I
They've
mean,
already been
everybody's
noticed.
yeah,
We know who they
but
are.
everybody's that. The reason I put that top 10 out was to get the up and comers, and I'm gonna name one right now. Up and comer right
Mm-hmm.
now that is just unbelievable, and that's Simon Phillips. Have you seen Simon live?
Dude, yes. Here's the thing. First
The
time I
dude
saw him was
needs
a
to
couple
be
of
on
years ago.
TV. He needs to be on TV
He
now.
does. And it blows my mind because I saw him like 3 years ago, like I think it was a Widow Fest show in Raleigh. It's like, okay, he's not bad. And then a year and a half later, see him, it's like, wow.
You know, Simon left for a little while, and I know which
Yep.
Widow Fest you're talking about, but he left after that
Yep.
Widow Fest for a while. And when he came back, I don't know the
Everything
reason
was
for
clicking.
yeah, but I don't know what the reason for him leaving or whatever. But when he came
Nope.
back, I'm just like, Simon's a good looking guy. He's great
Mm-hmm.
in the ring. He's very marketable looking.
Yep.
He's $1 million, son.
He
$1 million.
is the guy where I keep on going, why is he not on some weekly TV that I can get on my, satellite dish?
And you want me to tell you what TV I think he could be on? I know you're. I'm not doing this to say because it's the TV we watch. I'm trying to
Okay.
say this because this is probably not what we're watching.
Okay.
I want to see WWE. I want to see him in WWE. I just think that he would fit there.
It would get me to watch him.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is since Vince McMahon left, and Vince McMahon was always a part of our childhood. I don't care what you say.
Yep.
He was a part of our childhood. He brought us some great moments, great times. Here's my thing. Since Vince McMahon left, Triple H has done some stuff. Yes, I'm a theatrical person. I'm an entertainment person as well. I do love great wrestling. I'm not, taking that away, but I do like the entertainment side. I do like the theatrics. And I think since Triple H, you got Nick Khan, Rock, all them doing their stuff. I think that it's starting to make a turn for the good. And
Hmm?
WWE purchasing AAA. What was your thoughts on that?
I'm still in shock because I woke up to that news and I'm like, what? The Pena family finally sold it? What in the world? Because, I mean, that's been owned by the Pena family or somebody that's related to the family since it started in 95, 96, I think is when Triple A started. It's like, it blew my mind.
I think it was around that. I'm trying to think because man, I can remember getting some tapes from Mexico and stuff back in when I was a teenager and stuff.
You probably got tapes from me back in the day, to be honest, because I was
Well,
supplying so many
dude, you
people with
probably got
CMLL
tapes
and
from me.
AAA.
Somebody was
I
asking
know
me
I
the other
did.
day. Somebody was asking me the other day about tape trading, and they go, like, how did it go? And I was telling them, like, man, like, mostly we traded with people outside the United States,
Yep,
uh, trying to give them content that they couldn't get, like ECW on syndicated TV, trying to
yep,
get
yep.
WWE. Even a lot of the WWE stuff wasn't available in like India and places like that back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. The UK
And
was not getting a lot of the WWE stuff, so you could send it over
right.
there and get all kinds of great stuff from over there.
They
Yeah.
were only getting the UK tour and the European tour stuff over there at the time.
And they got no WCW, so that was like a gold mine to them.
Exactly. So we would record nitros sometimes, and you would get your list, and you would get a
Mm-hmm.
list of people that would have different stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I want this, I want that. Oh, look, I get NJPW because I got a lot of FMW, a lot of
Yep.
New Japan back in the '90s, like Wild Pegasus. That's where I first got introduced to Benoit.
Black
Uh,
Tiger when Eddie Guerrero was Black Tiger.
yes. Also, Stan Hansen was just ruling New Japan and all that.
Yeah.
All Japan.
Scott Norton. All
Scott
Japan,
Norton.
yes.
Scott
The
Norton.
pillars. The real
Yeah.
pillars.
Yes. Well, Scott Norton, a lot of people don't realize Scott Norton, a lot of people remember NWO, WCW, kind of mid card talent. He was a monster in Japan.
He was
He was a main
amazing.
eventer.
He's a former. He was a. I remember right. He did win the Triple Crown, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he
Okay.
did. So,
And talking about your tape list, like I had hours of CMLL and AAA straight off the side of the house trading for mid stuff I didn't have, or like Stampede or ECW or ECWA, Super 8s and all that stuff.
I mean, and I look back on it, and, I used to watch some Lucha Libre back. I'm gonna say this: I've never been a spot guy. Like,
I understand.
I'm not a
Whoa,
spot
whoa, whoa,
monkey.
wait. Say that again. You've never been a bald spot guy or a spot guy?
A spot guy. I got a ball spot. I'm
Thank
not
you.
ashamed of my ball spot. But anyway, here's my thing. Like, I think that especially around here, there's a lot of people that are too worried about, and me and you'll do it. You know what? I'm not even going to get into that. Me and you are going to do an
Okay.
episode on that. Me and you are going to
Okay.
do an episode later in the week. I'm going to put it exclusively on Facebook.
Is it going to be
It's
called
gonna,
Slow Your Ass Down? This ain't N64 Wrestling?
yeah. But anyway, let's check out a couple of our sponsors real quick, and then we're going to close out the show. But let's check out DIY Mississippi Filmworks, who's bringing you this show tonight. And you can go check them out on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Check out their videos. Also, StrongCoffeeCompany.com. Check them out. Go to StrongCoffeeCompany.com. Use the promo code ATI Wrestling. 20% off. You're going to get off any product. Like I said, that Cinnamon Toast Crunch one, that latte is great. You're going to want to check it out. Also, OldGlory.com. Use the promo code ATI Wrestling and receive 15% off. They got retro jerseys over 300,000, and it's all officially merchandised. You're going to want to check it out at oldglory.com and get 15% off. Ultimo Gallos, before we close out, I'm going to close it out talking about a worm.
Okay.
But before we get to that, Crusade Pro, and then your thoughts. All right, go ahead with Crusade Pro, and then I'll get with that.
Fun show. Next show they have, I definitely want to be there. If you're anywhere within a couple hours driving distance, get your butt to the show and spend some money at that concession stand. Go get you a t-shirt or a keychain. I bought a keychain and a button off of Koloff last night. Go get you some merch and watch some good quality wrestling, because you know what? There's not enough of it out there.
There is not. And, me and you always check stuff out. We've been doing this for years at some form, fashion. And me and you have been, I'd probably look at you as a, like my great grandfather.
I'm not Mike Britt's age.
No, but I mean, me and you have been friends forever. And
Oh, God, yes,
we've
sir.
always had great times with it. And Hocus is back in the room. But anyway, we've had some great times with it. And, and we've always had, even if we had disagreements, it was just, we put our points out there, but
Exactly. We
we
never
love
actually had an
wrestling.
argument. It's just more like F you, and that was it.
Yeah, and we love wrestling, and we love putting good products over, and
Yes, sir.
and that's what it is. Last thing is, I want you, before I do it, I'm gonna do it one more time on this. I'm gonna give it a call out. I may even clip this all out, and that way we can make it. But tell me about a certain worm. What's your thoughts? What was your thoughts when you saw the bootleg stuff?
Well, like the simple post I made, I don't wear bootleg jeans. I wear bootcut jeans.
Exactly. So here it is. Worm, I'm calling you out. If you want to come be a part of this podcast, you want to come out here, you want to do an interview.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Pause for a second. I'm gonna say it. When you agreed in a fucking message that everybody's seeing to, like, I'm allowed to film ringside, how the fuck is that bootleg? Or are you just that fucking stupid you don't remember it? Did somebody knock your brain out when they knocked your teeth out?
Here's the thing. We all knew that was part of the agreement. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd talked to Nightmare
yeah. And then when he
and
told me, I'm like,
saw
dude, thank you so much, because I never film rings. I'll stay behind the crowd. I was like, well, I get to go ringside. Hell yeah. I was all excited.
I saw the agreement and when you came to AWA
Mm-hmm.
when I owned it and you wouldn't have no problems with anything.
Nope.
Nightmare had no problems. Like if Nightmare come to me and said, "Hey, can Ultimo Gallos film on our ringside?" I'd be like, no problem. Can he upload it
Yeah,
tomorrow? No problem.
yeah.
Unless like when Nightmare took on
Holiday.
Holiday, I wanted
Yeah.
to try to get that out there under my
I don't
banner.
blame you. Dude,
I
I don't believe
wanted,
that was a huge match. Get you them views. I don't blame you because I'm for archival, not for views.
but the thing about it is, the more eyes you get on a product, the better. It
Mm-hmm.
don't matter where you get it at. If you watch, uh,
You
uh,
want me to yell again, but I'm gonna do it. Fuck it.
if
When a
you watch
fucking post, when a fucking post that was seen by more people as attended your goddamn shows is what set you off, you got a fucking issue, dude.
yeah, you do. So here's my
Sorry.
thing.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Here's my thing though. You want to if you're an independent wrestling company, as an independent wrestling company, you're not WWE. You're not getting billions of dollars. You're not getting nothing for anything.
Did you say they're not losing billions of dollars?
I mean, they're not losing nothing. WWE's not losing a dime.
Oh, I know.
I
I know.
mean,
They're doing good.
yeah, they always do good. So, but do you just see WWE product on WWE? No,
Nope.
it's all over. And WWE will stop some certain things if they
Mm-hmm.
think it's
For those the fans.
hindering
Mm-hmm.
them. But most of the time, WWE's going to let things go because it gets their product out there.
They love it when the fans are sitting there front row with the camera out filming a little clip and put it up on Instagram and Twitter and whatever other shit's out there. I have no idea. They love that shit because it's more eyes on their product, and then somebody will see that and go watch their shows.
Exactly, because I posted a video of Angel Camacho walking through a curtain one time on YouTube. No, not was it you? Yeah, it was YouTube and TikTok, and the damn thing got hundreds of thousands of views. But
Yes,
guess what you saw? You saw the AWA product at the time that I owned.
exactly.
Uh,
And he was the
so
champion then, right? If I remember right, Angel
no,
was.
no, he was not. That was his first appearance actually in AWA.
Oh wow. Okay, that's early Angel then. Okay.
Mm. But anyway, uh, that's another great talent. But anyway, here's the thing: you want to get eyes on your product. It don't matter where it comes from.
Right.
I know you probably feel some certain. Oh man, they're showing our footage. Well, how the hell do you think footage gets all over the world? How do you think it goes viral? It doesn't go viral through you. And Hocus is back
My
on the
whole thing
table before
is,
I cut my promo.
if you want your my whole thing is, if you want your stuff out there first, just tell me and I will sit on it. I've done it for many other people. Sit on it for a month. Sit on it for 3 months. There's a match I sat on for 3 damn years.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, like I said, you're a nice guy.
Thank
Like I
you.
said, we've been friends for a long time. You're a nice guy. If I come up to you, you're not taking it the wrong way when I say, "Hey, man, will you wait
Nope,
and hold out on the footage?" You're gonna say, "Yeah, all right, cool."
not a
And then
problem.
there's been, I mean, there's not been many times that I've come to you and said, "Hey, can you hold off on the footage?" But I
I
mean, I
can
know
think of
that there was
twice,
a
and that's
couple.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there was a
yeah,
couple times I know that I came to you and said, "Hey, I don't want this out tomorrow," and you're like,
yep,
"No problem, cool, dude.
yep.
I'll do it. You just let me know when I can, because I
When
remember
you
you
want,
said it. When you want it out,
yep,
you let me know, and I'll do it on mine." And I think as soon as I released it, I let it sit there and simmer for about 3 or 4 days, and then I said, "Hey, you can do
yep.
your stuff," and that
Which
was
I'm
it.
perfectly fine with.
The problem with people is too, they want to talk like they're badasses, and they want to act like they're a boss. They want to act like they control something, and they'll tell you, in a sense, they'll say, yeah, they'll make snide comments like, uh, "Don't watch bootleg footage, watch the official footage."
Hmm.
All right. But we know that they're talking about you on the bootleg, but
Mm-hmm.
nobody had the cojones, the balls,
To say anything to me.
to say anything to your face.
Message me like, hey, there's an issue. Okay, cool.
They
What's the
even
issue?
made a
Tell
fake
me what it.
page
Oh no,
mocking
no, they took
you.
an old page. They took an old page and made it into that, and didn't cover the tracks.
So you look at it that way. But you
That's your
look at that.
booker doing bullshit like that.
Anytime I've ever had a problem, I don't care who you are. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit.
I'll
I'm not
reach out.
afraid of nobody. You can whoop my ass. You make him beat my ass.
Exactly.
Whatever. I don't give a shit. I ain't afraid of nobody.
Yep.
I ain't afraid to tell nobody anything either. I will
You know
come
I'm
to
the
you.
same way, sir.
And there's several people that can attest to that. I've come to them straight up. I ain't gonna just say something behind your back. I'll have the balls to say it to your face too.
Yep.
I promise you that.
Well, I know.
It don't matter to me because my cat is all up in this way. I've been trying to cut this promo to right, but I'm not even gonna be able. I mean, my cat's gonna be in the damn promo. But anyway, I'm not scared to say anything to anybody except maybe Border Walker. But anyway, uh,
Yeah.
but here's the thing: if I want you not to
Mm-hmm.
film bootleg footage, I'm gonna say, hey, don't film bootleg footage.
Yeah. And there is a Fed that said they don't want fans filming and people that aren't official. So when I go to that Fed, I don't film.
Yeah, I mean, and that's
You know
the
what I'm
way to
talking
do it.
about? And I have no issue with that.
Yeah. If you don't want somebody filming, put up signs. Don't film and
Yep.
post our product. We don't want it to get out there. We want to stay.
Oh.
We want to stay WWE. We want to be relevant. We want to be like we're something. That's the problem. People put too much emphasis on names, and they put too much emphasis on thinking that their shit don't stink when it
Exactly. And it
does.
should be watched. They should have security to make sure a fan doesn't hit the ring.
Oh yeah, that too. But here's the thing too: is like people that think their shit don't stink. If your
Mm-hmm.
shit don't stink and you're so great and you're God's gift to wrestling or whatever you think you are, why are you not on the biggest stage of them all?
Exactly.
Because at the
Why are
end
you
of the
down here?
day, you can be a legend, you can be a damn Hall of Famer or whatever, or in your mind, and but you're not on a big stage.
Exactly.
So we talk about people like Steve Anthony, we talk about Bordeaux Walker, but these guys have done things, and everything that they do is believable.
Only that they're known outside the area and they're respected outside the area.
They're
You mentioned
respected
Steve
by
Anthony, and any
anybody that's
wrestling fan
been
knows their
around.
shit.
They're
And
respected
Bordell,
by
they
anybody.
know.
Yeah. Well,
Exactly.
if you want to know about Bordell, just ask Rick Steiner. That's all you got to do.
Exactly.
Rick
Oh man,
Steiner
I'd love
knows
to put you
Bordell
back out
Walker.
there again.
Why? I'm
Yeah,
telling
very
you,
well.
Lucas, what are you doing, girl? You are all up. Are you wanting to be on the podcast too? We can get you on here, baby.
Hey,
Because
you know what?
apparently
This is the Patreon exclusive. Turner's Pussy's on camera.
there you go. But yeah, man. Ultimo, thank you for joining
Yes,
us.
sir. Thank
Uh,
you for having me on, sir. It's been a
And
blast.
and before we get out of here, I just want to plug your channel one more time. It is DIY Mississippi Film Works. It's on YouTube. Go check them out. Give them a follow or subscribe, not follow. Follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all podcast platforms. Also, go follow us on Facebook. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers. I think we're at 700 and something, or right at 700 now. Go follow us on there. Get us up on that. We're going to be bringing you a lot more content, exclusive content. Me and Gallos is actually going to do an episode one night this week for uh, for Facebook only. So we'll talk more about it. But y'all have fun, and I'm gonna definitely do a promo on this worm character. We'll get it down. But y'all have fun. Ultimo Gallos once again, baby. It was always it's beautiful. My cat is all up in the camera right now. So
Dude, it's always as great talking to you. And the best thing is, I don't have the video on, so I ain't got to see your ugly face.
there you go. There you go. Nobody wants to see my ugly face, and I don't blame them. But yeah, we'll see you next week right here on the Round Indies podcast. Y'all take it easy.